Qatar stages, they are quite demanding. They are very rough, so we need to specially prepare car. But they are fast, they are tricky some places.
The first dune was not too bad. The second one I had to stop and empty my shoes. And by the time I got to the third one, I thought, I feel all right. So I just kept running.
Kite surfing is an amazing sport that lets you live with the nature.
Hello and welcome to Qatar 365 with me, Laila Humaira. On this episode, we live on the wild side and take a closer look at the world of extreme sports. From rally cars to cycling in sand dunes and desert trekking, we've got you covered. Up first, Adil Halim gets up close and personal with a rally car.
First I check if there's no play in the wheel, nothing moves, nothing unusual, so just take it off.
Raivis Kuchers is getting his car race ready for the Qatar International Rally. But due to the nature of the sport, the mechanic is not sure it'll come back in one piece.
Well, we don't see a lot of the racing going on since we are here on the racing around here somewhere, so you just see the result. The car can come back nice and shiny, and it can come back in a few pieces, you know, so that's what you have to deal with.
His job is to scrutinize his cars before they get to the scrutineers. The rest of his team is putting on the final touches, placing the stickers, cleaning the cars, and doing their final safety checks ahead of the race.
Their main task is to focus for that the safety gauge are correct and in good condition. The seats are safe and in good condition. Safety belts, fuel tanks, fire extinguishers, that the cars are safe to start the rally.
Sports Racing Technologies team manager has seen the interest grow in the Qatar International Rally.
First year we supplied 3 cars, last year 4 cars, this year 6 cars. So we are growing here in the region, and I think the Qatar Motorsport Federation is doing a great job to promote the rally and sports in the region. So it's for sure it's growing.
His SRT team is back for the 3rd straight year and claimed 2 podiums in Qatar, placing 2nd and 3rd.
The Qatar stages, they are quite demanding. They are very rough, so we need to specially prepare car. They are fast, they are tricky some places, so it's interesting rally, but drivers must be very careful, and also the cars must be prepared quite well.
That's where Stanley De Silva comes in. He's been involved in motorsports for nearly 2 decades. As the chief scrutineer, his team of volunteers inspect every car hoping to enter the rally.
Most of them are motorsports enthusiasts, and we train them, give them more experience during our local competitions. And yes, then we join in as international events. We do the scrutineering, and we have to inspect and take care that all the cars pass through the required safety checks, and then only they are approved for racing.
The Qatari terrain is the 2nd stop in the 6-part 2023 FIA Middle East Rally Championship. Back for a 2nd straight year, local organizers said they made slight adjustments to the circuit and made the route more compact to improve what they say is already one of the leading rallies in the region.
Terrain is mostly it will be a mixture of gravels and rocky section stones. You never know what you can expect in Qatar.
That's why the FIA, the governing body for world motorsport, ensures all racing events are held safely and responsibly.
Rallying is not like driving on the normal public roads that you're doing 60 kilometers per hour. It's sometimes going completely flat out in areas where everything can happen. There can be something which could lead to the accident. And the goal, the idea is that whenever there is something happening, the driver and the co-driver inside the car would walk away without any injuries.
And when the dust finally settled, the driver who walked away with his 17th Qatar rally and 4th in a row was none other than Qatar's own Nasser Al Attiyah.
Good feeling, to win 17 times Qatar rally. I'm so happy, thanks for everything.
From behind the wheel, we switch gears to meet someone who's been making a splash in the kite surfing world. Jumping, twisting, and turning high in the air at rapid wind speeds make the sport not for the faint-hearted. But Rashid Al-Mansouri lives and breathes for the adrenaline. I caught up with the kite surfing athlete and coach to find out more about the skill behind the thrill. Rashid, thank you so much for being with us today. Jumping and turning at high wind speeds definitely sounds like an extreme sport to me. But how does one even begin to learn how to kite surf?
Kite surfing, yes, it's an extreme sport, but also it can be just to cruise around. I can compare it to driving. So in driving, you can drive safely, no action, no drifting, and you can go really crazy. Kite surfing is the same. You can learn the sport, you can cruise around, travel abroad in different destinations, and see the world through kite surfing. And you can also participate in freestyle competition, big air competition. So it's, what do you want to achieve in kite surfing? Yeah, so it's up to you. Being with the nature, using the wind, it's an amazing thing that you can enjoy the nature using the strength of the wind, on the water, jumping high, doing some tricks. Kite surfing is an amazing sport that lets you live with the nature.
Qatar has some of the best beaches and conditions for kite surfing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the growing popularity of the sport?
The state of Qatar is an amazing spot for kite surfing. It's a peninsula, so we have the water surrounding the country all around. We have different variety of spots. We have the flat water for the beginners. We have the wave for the wave riders. We have big lagoons. It's a great spot to learn kite surfing. And also it's a safe one.
You represented Qatar in the 2023 GKA Kite World Tour that kicked off at Fuwairid Kite Beach. How did you feel representing your country at home turf in such an international sporting event?
It was my pleasure really to participate in my country and to be the only Qatari who participated in that competition. The GKA World Tour is a world championship where all the champions around the world participate in this competition. It was a great experience. I've learned a lot from the world champions, and I would like one day to reach their level and to be one of the first ranked kite surfer in the world.
Over the last few years, endurance races have grown in popularity all over the world. Here in Qatar, organizers have taken these challenges up a notch. Held in the desert terrain like this one in the country's south, participants are battling something much stronger than just each other. It's just after sunrise at Qatar's sea-line desert, usually a calm and quiet time. But today, there's a buzz of excitement in the air. This is the starting point of the Al Adaid Desert Challenge, the most grueling event on Qatar's off-road cycling calendar. Organized by Qatar cyclists, the race features a 40-kilometer desert track over 8 sand dunes, a mixed terrain of sand and gravel, and any kind of weather condition Mother Nature has to offer. Participants can either cycle the route, run the route, or do both, and they have to do it come rain or shine and try to win the mental battle within themselves. Victory is sweet, and so is the feeling of accomplishing a great feat. We're here at the finish line of the Al Adaid Desert Challenge, where many of the participants and athletes are happy to see. And after months of preparation, both physically and mentally, they can all be proud of what they've achieved, regardless of the results.
It's hard when you arrive the dunes. It's hard to you need to push your bike because you can't pedal it. I'm not prepared for this race because I'm in night duty. I try my best, and I can do it.
The first dune was not too bad. The second one I had to stop and empty my shoes because they filled right up, and I decided to start really easy, the run, and then walk up the dunes. And by the time I got to the third one, I thought, I feel all right. So I just kept running. I don't know why, but I really loved it.
And hearing that is a win for the organisers of the Al Udeid Desert Challenge, who are not only hoping to expand its list of first-timers, but also keep them coming back for more.
The state of Qatar is distinguished in all sports, such as cycling, swimming, football, or any sport. We're doing this competition as a challenge for many people of all nationalities. It's a great feeling for us as organisers to see people from all over the world participate in this race and get to know the terrain of Qatar or discover Qatar by bicycle.
Whether on two wheels or on foot, the Al Udeid Desert Challenge is gathering pace and closer than ever to being a top-tier international race. Qatar is clearly the place to be for thrill seekers looking to push the limit of human endurance, challenge the mind against the forces of nature, or just wanting to see some heart-stopping action. And that's all the time we have on this episode. Do check out Euronews.com and connect with us through our hashtag. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Qatar 365.